Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at question 9 from 2020's external exam paper 1 for the QCAA syllabus. Now you would have noticed I've actually split every question up into its own video. If not, there'll be more videos coming soon on each question. Now the reason for this is because some people might only struggle with certain types of questions in the external exam, so I've made each video that way you can go into a bit more detail. And that way, if you only struggle on, like, let's say question 9 or 13, etc., you can go watch those videos. If you still want the entire exam video, the link is in the description below, so you still have access to that. If you need a new custom external exam, there is a link in the description below that I've made personally if you need extra practice. But otherwise, let's get straight into the video here. So when we're solving this guy here, this one is very hard to solve in methods because a lot of people don't get taught properly how to do something like this here. Now, in my opinion, they're pretty much using an extension of this guy here in methods. Now, to be honest, this doesn't look like that really at all. Mainly because, one, that isn't the derivative of that, it's a multiple of that. So what I'll be doing is showing you how to solve it using a U-sub, because I don't think there's any other way you can actually solve it. Okay. So they might want you to use the formula I just wrote there. However, it doesn't work as simple as that with this example here. So what I would do is a thing called U substitution. So what we do here is pretty much, well, I'm just going to move this a little bit up. Now I have a bit more writing room. What we look for is the thing called the inside function, or the biggest algebraic expression. We are going to change everything in terms of the variable into a new variable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let u equal x squared plus 2x. Now if I were to make that substitution at the moment, I'll have this as an integral, x plus 1 over u dx, which doesn't make sense because I have two variables there. So our goal should be to work out a way we can replace the dx with a du and cancel out that x somehow. Okay. Now, they would have designed this question on purpose for this method to work. There's no other way I believe you can solve this question without doing this method here. So here, that's why you don't substitute straight away. However, we will substitute very shortly. We're just going to differentiate this first. So if you differentiate this first, you'll get du dx. And then if you differentiate this, bring the power down the front. So you'll have 2x and subtract the power by 1, so just 2x. And then here, that will turn to just positive 2. Now, our goal is to replace this dx also with something here. So what we're going to do is work out what dx is as the subject. So here, a lot of people don't know this, but du over dx is actually a fraction. Now, the d is joint with the u, likewise the d is joint with the x. That's why you can't cancel the d's here, okay? So in order to move the dx to the other side, we're just going to multiply both sides by it. So du equals 2x plus 2 times by dx. Now, all we've got to do now is get pretty much the dx by itself. So we have to move the 2x plus 1 to the other side. So in order to do that, we have to divide both sides by it. And hopefully you can see why we're doing that, because I'll cancel this guy here. So here, du over 2x plus 2 is equal to dx. Perfect. Now, I'm going to get rid of this stuff here because I'm going to run out of room otherwise, and I'm going to move that guy up there. Now, if we're going to do our substitution, we're going to replace this for the green bit there, and we're going to replace this for the yellow bit there, and just watch what happens. So if we physically replace that into this integral, you'll have the integral x plus 1 on the top still, over u, then you'll have du over 2x plus 2. Now, hopefully you can see what I can see here. We can nearly cancel this guy out. We just need to factor out a 2 out of this guy here. So here, what we're going to do is factor out a 2 from that guy there. So you have du over 2 times by x plus 1. Now, because these guys are timesing, you're technically dividing x plus 1 by x plus 1 here. So those actually cancel out. Now here, this is a 1 over 2. We can actually take out the front. So we can rewrite this as 1 over 2, the integral 1 over u du. Then all of a sudden we can actually integrate that. So we know the integral of 1 over x with respect to x would be natural log of x plus c. So why would this be any different? Because it's just a different letter. So here you have a half natural log of u plus c. Now we're not finished because our answer has to be in terms of x. So see how there's a u in here? We need to chuck the x squared plus 2x back into this guy here. So our actual answer is a half natural log x squared plus 2x plus c. So the correct answer here is c. Okay, that's one way to do it. I'm going to show you the other way you can do it as well. Now the other way I'm going to show you isn't actually by integrating, it's by differentiating and guessing, okay? Which would actually take probably a bit longer depending on what you're faster at, integrating or differentiating. So, because it's a multiple choice, if I were to differentiate all of these here, the correct one would turn into this expression here. So here, if I'm differentiating this guy here using chain rule, you could differentiate the inside function here, which would turn into, well, I would have to rewrite it like this first. Then I would probably move the -1 out the front. Then I would probably differentiate that, which would turn into, if you differentiate the inside, it will turn to +2 plus, yeah, just +2. So if you differentiate that, they'll turn to +2, so 2, but you still got that negative at the front, and then divide by 2x plus 2, which again doesn't match that guy there at all. So I know A is incorrect just from a process there. So A is incorrect. Then you would do the same thing with each of the other examples there. So for example, you would just differentiate each of them to see if you get the correct answer. So here, if you were to differentiate this, again, you'd have to differentiate the inside function. The c's disappear when you differentiate, so we don't have to really worry about them. So here, if I differentiate the inside function, I'll get 2. And then differentiating the log, it'll be 1 over that inside function, which again doesn't match that guy there. And then when you differentiate that guy, it will give you the correct answer. So here we can double check that as well. So here, so if I have 1 over 2 natural log of x squared plus 2x plus c, this is a chain rule just like the other examples, where this is your inside function, this is your outside function. So here, leave the half at the front. That differentiates to nothing. So you'd have a half times by differential of the inside function, which would be 2x plus 2, divided by x squared plus 2x. Now if you apply the half to the top guy there, you'll get all those 2's cancelling out, which will give you x plus 1 over x squared plus 2x. And I believe that's the only other way you could solve question 9. To be honest, the integration method would be faster because rather than differentiating 3 to 4 times, you could integrate it once and be done with it. But again, if you haven't been shown that way there, I would probably guess and check with the differentials. And then, yeah, if this was a short response, then you'd have to go with the integration there. Okay. Alrighty, hopefully you learnt a bit from that question there. Again, if you need any practice external exam papers, I've made one. It's in the link in the description below. And then if you want access to the other ones, the other questions, stay tuned for question 10, which will be in this playlist as well. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.